Hey YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would talk about one of my favorite companies again, Apple. Because on Tuesday, they had an announcement where they released some new products. Now, all the usual ingredients of an Apple announcement were there, with amazing shots of their spaceship campus and all the executives using superlatives around lightly upgraded parts of their products. But there was one thing missing, and that was the iPhone 12. So in today's video, I thought we can talk a little bit about the iPhone 12 and then talk about the other things that Apple announced and ultimately see what this means for Apple as a company. So while the intro video plays, why not make that thumbs up button blue by smashing the like button so that it helps the YouTube algorithm recommend this video to lots of other people. So, the iPhone 12. Why is it a surprise that the iPhone 12 wasn't announced this week? Well, since 2012, Apple have always announced its latest phone in September, apart from 2 years. Once when they announced the iPhone 4S, which was announced in October, and then more recently the iPhone X, which was delayed and only hit the stores in November. So, if the iPhone 12 wasn't announced on Tuesday, when will it be coming out? Well, analysts expect it to be announced in October. This is mainly down to the fact that the Chief Financial Officer of Apple mentioned on the earnings call back in July that the iPhone supply was only going to be available a few weeks later than normal. Now, a month doesn't seem like a big deal, but Apple always wants their products to be released and in stock ahead of a holiday rush, especially this year, when less people will be shopping in stores and families possibly not being able to gather together during the holiday times. However, it is quite frustrating when you're in a contract that has just come to an end. Now, you either need to keep your phone for an extra couple of months, or you need to think about whether getting the iPhone 11 and missing out on all the new features of the iPhone 12, or possibly getting a Google or a Samsung or any other phone. Which now leads me on to what is expected in the release of the new iPhone. Well, as always with Apple and their phones, nothing is for sure until the announcement. So anything I mention now is going to be due to the internet speculations. But essentially, Apple is expected to release 4 new iPhone models, ranging in sizes from 5.4 to 6.7 inches, which could end up with a line of iPhones called the iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Max, iPhone 12 Pro, and then maybe the iPhone 12 Pro Max? Now, there's no doubt that there will be minor upgrades to the exterior design, and there will always be an upgrade to the camera. And also, on Tuesday, the new iPad Air that was announced had flat edges, which made us reminisce a little bit about the iPhone 4 and 5, which could then also mean that it's a sign for what could be in store for the new iPhone as well. But one of the main additions that is likely to be announced is to bring support to 5G networks. But on top of that, there is always one key feature that is kept under wraps until the event, which would be the biggest selling factor for the iPhone. But personally, I moved away from iPhones a few years back because I just felt that Google were innovating a lot more in the mobile world and also were able to provide a phone that was just as good at a lower price point in comparison to what Apple was coming out with. Now, when you have a company like Apple who is worth more than the whole FTSE 100, I don't know about you, but I just expect a lot more investment into innovation. Okay, that's enough about the iPhone that's currently non-existent. But what about the things that were actually announced this week? So Apple unveiled a host of new and updated products, including a range of iPads, Apple Watches, and a workout platform. So they started off with the new Apple Watch Series 6, but they also announced a new affordable version as well, the Apple Watch SE. Now, the key new feature in the Series 6 watch is the ability to now measure your blood oxygen levels and an always-on altimeter, which essentially are features that really only excite a very small number of users, which is why the Apple Watch SE looked very interesting, as it pretty much was a slightly slower version of the Apple Watch Series 6 without the new oximeter and altimeter. And then in addition to that, there is a price factor too. The Series 6 starts at £379 here in the UK, with the Watch SE starting at £269. And they also said that they will continue to sell the Series 3 starting at £199. Now, as well as the watches, they also announced a new iPad lineup, which included a redesigned version of the Air, which took features from the more expensive iPad Pro. They introduced a new chip, the A14 chip, which was able to process more than 5 trillion operations per second, allowing the iPad Air to do many things that used to be only available on the iPad Pro, such as using high-intensity apps like video editing in 4K. They also introduced a new Touch ID that was embedded into the top button of the iPad, and they also introduced support for the Apple Pencil and the Magic Keyboard, which essentially means that there's an update required for the iPad Pro in order to make it significantly different to the iPad Air. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was an announcement pretty soon in order to update the iPad Pro. Then after the iPad Air, they pretty much call the old version the new iPad, where the new iPad has the A12 chip, which is able to give you a great experience on the iPad, but it only supports the first generation Apple Pencil and the Smart Keyboard rather than the Magic one. But all in all, this then meant that the iPad range now started from £329 for the new iPad, £399 for the iPad mini, £579 for the new iPad Air, and then £769 for the iPad Pro. Now personally, I got the iPad Pro last year, which my wife now uses as her main computer. But it's good to know that if anything happens to it, we could consider getting the iPad Air next time. Then after all the physical product announcements, Apple then dropped a new subscription product, the Apple Fitness Plus, which is essentially Apple's way of trying to make everyone more active by providing a variety of different disciplines, from a treadmill run to core work to a mindful cool down and even yoga sessions. And you'll be able to play them back from your Apple iPad, phone, or a connected Apple TV. Now the difference between this new Apple subscription product and the free videos on YouTube is that the Apple sessions are linked to your Apple Watch, therefore displaying key information on the screen that is being read from your Apple Watch, such as amount of calories burned and your heart rate. Then if the instructor on the screen wants you to focus on your heart rate, that metric will then get highlighted on the screen for you. So this new subscription will come into light later this year at $9.99 a month or $79.99 a year. However, they also announced a new service called Apple One, where you can bring all of your Apple subscriptions like Fitness Plus, News Plus, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and Apple Music, and also your iCloud storage into one single payment of £29.95 a month. Now personally, I've been holding out to see if Google come out with their own watch, but it's been a lot of waiting around. And since I've been waiting, the Apple Watch has been getting better and better. Therefore, I'm tempted to buy the Apple Watch SE in order to motivate me to lose weight, as I've definitely put on weight during these last few months in lockdown. But maybe I'll wait a month or so to see if Google spring out a watch by the end of the year. And if not, maybe the Apple Fitness Plus with an Apple Watch could be the tech answer I need to motivate me to essentially do gym classes in my living room. Either way, a new motivation to increase monthly recurring revenue for Apple will always help to grow the largest company in the world, and in essence, increase the value of the shares I hold in them. So I guess I just need to buy more shares in Apple so it could essentially pay for itself. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and make sure you comment below if you plan on getting any of these new products that Apple have announced this week, or maybe you can recommend another product, as I know that there are Apple fanboys and girls out there and Apple haters as well. Either way, if you are not subscribed to my channel, head over to the red button and subscribe, and then click the bell so you get notified when my next video comes out. And as always, Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and share with your friends and family. See you in the next video. Bye.